Are you fed up with having to read instructions on how to microwave your food? It's always either too cold or too hot. Well, here at Comic Sans Industries, we have been thinking of and listening to the comments made on how annoyed we all are at the modern microwave. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the solution to all your problems. We call it the DIMO.
What is the DIMO?
The DIMO, or digitally interfaced microwave oven, takes the original concepts and functions of a conventional kitchen microwave and expands upon them to create a product that is more modern, convenient, and easy to use. The three main improvements of the DIMO over a conventional microwave oven are QR code integration, touchscreen integration, and smartphone integration. The DIMO can scan QR codes from a product's packaging, download the information from our database, and set the user's microwave timer and settings accordingly. Currently, heating instructions vary from products and microwaves, with consumers having to decipher heating instructions for different power settings and wattage. The DIMO would remove this dilemma as it mathematically converts heating instructions from the packet to the correct setting for heating. Instead of having standard push buttons to operate it, the DIMO will feature a touchscreen interface that is built into the front door of the microwave. As the device will have internet connection, it can retrieve and display nutritional information, user advice and recommendations, and any additional cooking instructions that a product might need. This would include physical actions like stirring or the addition of extra ingredients such as water or milk. The DIMO will be able to talk to smartphones through the use of the DIMO application. This app will allow the users to scan the QR codes and access the DIMO's internet database remotely. It will also be able to alert the user about the heating status of their food, when to take additional actions such as stirring, and when the product is ready to be taken out and eaten.
How will it work?
Interaction with the DIMO will take place through a few different ways. The DIMO will use the traditional microwave method of heating food. However, users will now set their microwave timer manually through the DIMO's touchscreen interface or by scanning the packet of their products using the built-in QR scanner. The details of the scanned product, including heating times, will be displayed on the touchscreen display. Next, the consumer places the product in the DIMO, closes the door, and then presses start when ready. The DIMO will then proceed to do its job. If the consumer has a smartphone app, they can see the time remaining until the heating is completed, and will be alerted when the DIMO is finished.
What technology will make the DIMO a reality?
Most of the technology needed for the DIMO already exists, and as such it just needs to be integrated into an existing microwave oven base. The DIMO will integrate the use of QR codes to heat the products, and thus will have a QR code scanner on the outside of the machine to read the codes. A touchscreen and a small computer will be used as the main interface on the front of the machine, replacing the traditional door and push buttons. The DIMO will also need to feature built-in Wi-Fi so it can communicate with the DIMO's internet database as well as the consumer's smartphone through the application. The smartphone app will need to be developed so that the consumer can view microwave statuses when out of the kitchen, to scan QR codes without bringing the DIMO along to the shops, and to get fast access to all the information available in the internet database. Finally, the internet database will need to be set up with server technology to allow a large amount of product information to be stored and to support the various social media features.
How will the DIMO impact the way that I heat food?
For non-packaged food items, the DIMO will still feature the ability to set the microwave manually. So the key difference between a modern microwave and the DIMO is its extended amount of control, functionality, and efficiency. Conventional microwaves allow the customer to heat products manually using buttons to set timers and access functions, such as high, low, and defrost. Now that the DIMO allows products to be scanned using QR codes, it can display the correct heating times, nutritional information, ingredients, the use-by date, and other relevant information, all instantly on the touchscreen display. This feature is great if the customer has any allergies or medical conditions that prevent them from eating certain ingredients. If a product that the user cannot eat has been scanned, then the DIMO will alert them, highlighting the unsuitable ingredient from the ingredients list. It can also be utilized to keep track of customers on a diet and inform them if eating a product will put them over the daily kilojoule intake. As mentioned before, if heating a non-packaged food item such as leftovers from a previous meal, the DIMO can be set manually, or the user can take advantage of the DIMO's auto reheat mode that utilizes temperature detection. This will eliminate the fiddling of times to get the temperatures right, as it will heat appropriately every single time. This, along with the DIMO scanning feature, will greatly benefit customers who are in a rush or have a busy lifestyle, as well as parents with children. Its easy to operate scanning method will help children to understand how to use the DIMO and heat their food safely, and will stop them from burning themselves by heating the food up too high. Finally, as the DIMO will track the products scanned by the customer, it can provide the user with similar product recommendations, displaying packaging and nutritional information on the touchscreen interface. As some users would understandably not like to receive adverts on their microwave, they can turn off this feature in the DIMO settings menu.
How will the DIMO impact my social life?
The users can interact directly with the DIMO's internet database by providing user reviews, recommendations, alternative heating times and settings, and also add new database pages if the official product page does not yet exist. They will make their own accounts that are linked to their smartphone, which the DIMO will detect with Wi-Fi. Their account will track everything they microwave while signed in and store the statistics for them on their account page. Users can favorite certain items and settings in case they want their items to be heated differently to the recommended settings provided by the manufacturers. Since the DIMO database is open for anyone to edit, if the product the customer wishes to heat has not yet been officially added by the manufacturer, then the user can add it themselves for others to use.
How will this impact the manufacturers of microwavable products?
The manufacturers of microwavable food products will be positively impacted by the DIMO. Its functions and social media integration with the internet database will ultimately provide greater exposure for them and their products with user reviews and recommendation features. Due to the nature of the DIMO product cycle, the manufacturers themselves would have to provide the information of the product to Comic Sans Industries and would be responsible for the application of QR codes to their packaging. So the DIMO would be an opt-in product that manufacturers must decide on. However, the ability to have their brand awareness raised to positive product ratings would be a huge benefit.
How will this impact other microwave manufacturers?
Unfortunately, manufacturers of other microwaves will be at a disadvantage with the DIMO, as many microwaves still only perform basic functions which have been the industry standard for a long time. However, many manufacturers will be playing catch-up to the DIMO due to it providing a range of additional features that make it more than just a microwave, and may be one of many first smart devices built for the kitchen.
What are the negatives of the DIMO?
The DIMO manufacturing and logistics will need to differ quite a bit to other basic microwaves due to the technology being used. Firstly, rigorous testing will need to be conducted as to ensure multiple components all work together. These include the heating functions of an ordinary microwave, as well as the touchscreen interface, system software, QR reader, and Wi-Fi networking. On top of this, a smartphone app needs to be built, as well as an online database which the DIMO must be able to communicate with. The database needs to be built using server technology in order to store the thousands of products worth of data. Because of this, the DIMO's design and production cycle will end up being longer than conventional microwave ovens. Even after the DIMO is released to the public, the database, DIMO software, and smartphone app will need to be updated on a regular basis, thus making the whole production side of the DIMO's life cycle considerably longer than other microwaves. The cost of producing the DIMO will also be much greater than that of conventional microwaves, due to the time required for testing and creation of the DIMO application. The most important challenge for the DIMO to overcome is the chasm between the early adopters and early majority as defined by Everett Rogers' diffusion of innovation theory. In order to cross the chasm, the DIMO needs to become a widely used appliance and trusted household name. Once this occurs, it will prove the potential for the DIMO to investors and becomes apparent that it is a technology worth investing in.
How will the DIMO be successful?
The DIMO will be successful in the marketplace because it fits the lifestyle of many people today. which is fast-paced. The DIMO will speed up the process of heating food and make it easier on the consumer. DIMO was also not radically different from conventional microwave ovens, which results in consumers feeling fairly familiar with the device and the functions that it's capable of. They should feel as if the DIMO is simply a more convenient and efficient version of the microwave they know and love. Clayton Christensen's disruptive innovation theory describes how brand new innovations at the bottom of the market can potentially outmarket products from high-end companies, due to companies choosing to sustain the same features of their product or choosing not to innovate. We have yet to see kitchen appliances with real innovation. The DIMO is different. We believe that the DIMO has the potential to add value to the current market by adding fresh features to the drawing board and ultimately disruptively innovating the market.
What are the plans for the future?
The future iterations of the DIMO technology could come in multiple forms. One possibility is that the DIMO is integrated into a more digital kitchen ecosystem, with multiple devices and products communicating with each other, as well as the consumer through the smartphone app. A second future possibility is that the DIMO's number of functions are increased, thus turning it into a multitasking machine not just capable of heating, but also being able to stir products, for example, as well as other actions that are normally performed by the consumers themselves. So there you have it. The digitally interfaced microwave oven is an amazing product that will be a fantastic addition to your collection of kitchen appliances. With the convenience of the smartphone app and the socially interactive internet database, the DIMO has plenty to offer, and we here at Comic Sans Industries are proud to invite you to take your first steps into a world where every device is a smart device.